Hello 7th graders, it is time for lesson 7.4, volume of cones. If you're following along in your book, we're on pages 318 and 319. You need your calculator, a pencil, and your guided note sheet in front of you. So the volume of a cone, it is equal to 1/3 the product of the area of the base and the height. Sound familiar? Does it sound just like a pyramid? Because it's very, very similar to that. Now I don't have any oatmeal for you today, but basically it's the same kind of thing. If we had a full-blown cylinder here, it would take 3 scoops of this to fill up the cylinder. So it's kind of like finding the area of a cylinder and dividing it by 3. So the formula, the technical formula that most websites and books will give you, is that volume equals 1/3 of the area of the base times the height. What I'd like you to remember is the area of the base, in this case, it's a circle. So to find the area of the base, we'd use pi r squared, and this still represents whatever the height given is. Also remember that if you don't like multiplying things by 1/3, dividing by 3 is the same concept. So let's rewrite this formula in a more friendly way. The volume of a cone is equal to the area of the base, pi r squared, times the height. And remember, we don't have a full cylinder, we have 1/3 of a cylinder. So this right here, put some stars by it, highlight it, whatever. This is what you're going to want to use when you are finding the volume of a cone. So let's find the volume of some cones. Example 1. Here's a lovely cone here. This all just remind me of party clown hats. It's a scary lesson today, unless you like clowns. I don't know many people that do. All right, so we recognize this is a cone. The volume of a cone is equal to pi r squared times the height divided by 3. Always write that formula first. It just helps you to make less errors as we go. Replace pi with 3.14. Now the radius in here isn't given, the diameter is. Diameter divided by 2 gives you the radius. So the radius is 2, and I need 2 of them because it's squared. And the height is 6. I need to do all that divided by 3. So take your handy dandy calculator. You would type in 3 and 1400ths times 2 times 2 times 6. You want to divide that all by 3. And hopefully you got 25 and 1200ths. And again, it's still volume, so we're measuring meters cubed. And I didn't tell you to round to anything specifically, so it actually comes out to that, which I'm sure you know because you just typed it in your calculator and didn't wait for me to write it down. Anyway, example number 2, here's another cone, but this one's upside down. It's all right. Same idea here. The area of, the volume of a cone is equal to pi r squared h, and it's a cone, so we divide by 3 because it's 1/3 of a cylinder. Plug it all in. 3.14. This time, it's actually the radius, so I don't have to divide it in half. I just use what's given there. And the height of this thing looks like it's 15. Divide that all by 3. So plug it in. 3.14 times 6 times 6 times 15. All divided by 3. And you should get 565.2 centimeters cubed because volume is measured in cubic units. All right, the grand finale example. This one is a little bit trickier. You have to find the height of the cone instead. You're given the volume, you're given the radius. So remember, you did an example like this before. We're going to use our formula for volume, and we're going to be able to solve for height from that. You'll see. So here's my volume formula. I'm going to replace everything that I know. So we know that the volume is 956. I'm going to replace V with 956. We know that pi is equal to 3.14 approximately. The radius is given, it's 9, and it's squared, so I have 2 of them. The height we don't know, so I'm going to leave that as an h because it's unknown. All divided by 3. Now you might be looking at this thinking, what on earth am I supposed to do? Well, it's really, your first step is just to multiply. That's not so bad. So 956 equals, take 3.14 times 9 times 9. When you do that, you should get 254.34. We didn't get rid of this h at all, so it's still there. It doesn't just disappear. So this top, the numerator, now becomes 254 and 3400ths times h, all divided by 3. Now in your one-step packet, remember if you have a variable over something, and you want to get rid of that something, all you have to do is the opposite of it. So right now this is all being divided by 3. Multiply each side by 3, and it's gone. So 3 times 956 gives you 2,868. Over here, uh-oh. I'm losing my set. Here we
Live
go.
television.
Hopefully that will stay. Okay, I just wanted to be part of the picture again. All right. Up.
Up. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Director Sullivan. Here we go. 254.34 h is left. It's being multiplied by the h. To undo multiplication, you use division. See, we weren't lying when we said these one-step equations will never go away. They won't. Just get used to them. Those are gone. H is left all by itself. 2,868 divided by 254 and 34/100 is, to round this one, we'll go with hundredths place, 11.28, and it's feet. And in class, a lot of people wanted to write feet squared or feet cubed. When you measure height, if somebody said, how tall are you? Would you say, I am 5'5" cubed? No, you would just say, I'm 5'5". So we're just going to leave it as feet. It doesn't have a 2, it doesn't have a 3. Height is not measured that way. So hopefully this all makes sense to you. We'll do some more practice in class. Thank you.